Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be creating this spring/summer makeup look for you guys, and I am working with Debenhams Beauty on this video, which is super exciting. Basically, I've created this whole look using only products that are available at Debenhams, some of which are super exciting new launches, so I can't wait to share them with you. Shall we just get straight into this? So for my base, I'm going to be using the YSL Touche Eclat All-in-One Glow Foundation. This is such a gorgeous glowy foundation. So I used to be a full coverage queen. Like, I didn't have the best skin and I just used to reach for those full coverage foundations, but ever since my skin has been a bit better, I mean, it's not great at the moment. When I was in Bali, the humidity brought out so many spots and I was just like, no, because my skin's been good for so long. I'm just going to blend this in using the Smith 157 brush, but I will say, since having better skin, I have used lighter coverage foundations and I just much prefer them. While high coverage foundations do cover up the redness of spots, they also kind of add to the texture and just give my skin that bumpy look, which I'm not about. So I tend to just use a lighter foundation and cover up my spots with concealer, and I find that gives me much more of a flawless base. But I just absolutely love this foundation. It is so glowy, but it's not greasy or anything. It just gives your skin the most gorgeous kind of lit from within glow. So for my under eye concealer today, I am going to be using this, which I am very excited about because recently when I've been clicking on YouTube videos, you know the ad that pops up at the beginning, I've been seeing YSL's Touche Eclat Illuminator everywhere, and I've just been thinking to myself, why are they pushing this so hard? Like, this has been a cult favourite for over 20 years. I just was a little bit confused, and then I went onto Debenhams' website and I realised this is a new formula, guys. So this is the YSL Touche Eclat High Coverage Illuminator. Can we just take a moment for this? Because I have the original Touche Eclat in my collection and it's just not something that I reach for a lot, mainly because I do have quite dark circles underneath my eyes. Ooh, I've squeezed a little bit too much out of here, but I have dark circles under my eyes, and while I do like the illuminating kind of benefits of the original Touche Eclat, it just wasn't enough coverage for me. It didn't cover up my dark circles, and it consequently ended up kind of just sitting in my makeup drawers. Actually no, I gave it to my mum, who does get on with it because she doesn't have dark circles like me. But when I saw that they had a high coverage version, I was like, I need to try this, and I am so impressed with it. It has all of the amazing illuminating benefits of the original Touche Eclat, but it covers up your dark circles. I mean, what more could we want? I love that YSL have done this, and like the original Touche Eclat, it just blends into your skin so beautifully. I'm so in love with this. It's so light, but it gives you a really good amount of coverage. I just think this is an absolute wonder product. For my powder, I'm going to be using an oldie but a goodie. This is just my favourite setting powder ever. It is the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. Oh, I've got it in my tea. No, I just sprinkled it in my tea. Whoops. Oh well, I'll still drink it. So I like to just place this under my eyes to set that concealer, and just in the centre of my face where I can tend to get a little bit shiny throughout the day. So I actually went into Debenhams the other day and I bought this bronzer, which I am now obsessed with. I've seen it so much online. So a lot of the makeup I do buy online just because I'm lazy and it's convenient, but there is nothing like going in store and actually picking out your products, looking at the different shades, seeing what'll go on your skin tone. There just is nothing like that. I did go in the other day because I'd had my eye on the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion Bronzer, and I'm glad I did go in actually, because I thought that I would need a lighter shade. This does look quite dark, but it's such a natural bronzer. So they have these in a matte formula, but they also have them in a light reflecting formula. I have the light reflecting formula and I just love it. It's so like natural looking, and this is also waterproof as well. I think this is a great bronzer to use, maybe not this shade, but if you are pale or if you just don't like a lot of bronzer, this is a brilliant one because it's really buildable. It just doesn't give you that stripe of bronzer, which is amazing. It looks genuinely like you've just got a bit of a decent tan, really. I just love everything about it, and I've got to say, bronzer is not something that generally excites me. I can take, well, I can't take or leave bronzer. I always use it, but as long as it works, I'm not really too fussy about them, to be honest. I never think, ooh, I need that bronzer. But I saw this and I was like, that looks really, really nice, and I'm very, very happy that I bought it. And I'm just putting a little bit on my nose and on my chin as well. And I just used the shade 35i, by the way. From Makeup Forever back to YSL. We're loving a YSL moment today. We are going to be using the blush Volupte. Is it Volupte or is it Volupte? Because I never know. Leave me a comment down below if you know. But this is their Heart of Light powder blush in the shade 7, and I just absolutely love this. It's such a gorgeous matte peachy shade, and it's so nice for spring and summer. I am literally putting the tiniest bit on, by the way, because it is quite pigmented. But can you see, it just gives you that gorgeous kind of healthy flush. This is another thing that I love about Debenhams Beauty. I think that they stock such a great variety of brands. They stock your higher end products like YSL, Dior, things like that, but then they also have Kat Von D, Urban Decay, Makeup Forever. They stock brands that are trendy amongst younger people, and also brands that are a little bit edgy as well. And I just love that they have that variety, and they do cater towards different types of makeup wearers. So for my highlight today, I'm going to be using the Dior Backstage Glow palette. I have been loving this since last summer, and it is one that I travel with quite often because I like using the bronzy shade as a bronzer. I'll sometimes use this as a blush, although it's not really my go-to blush shade. It does work, but this gold highlight, oh my word, it is so beautiful. It just gives you the most beautiful kind of natural golden glow to your skin. I love it. And I'm also just popping a tiny little bit of that underneath my brow bone and on my inner corners as well. So Debenhams did really kindly send me over the YSL Couture Mono eyeshadow in the shade 2, but this is just a little bit too kind of light and pinky for my skin tone. It's a beautiful kind of matte creamy pinky shade. I think that this would work so gorgeous as a base colour for lighter skin tones. It'll just even out any redness. I think that is totally gorgeous. But on me, it is going to look slightly chalky, but I'm very excited because I have the Urban Decay Naked Reloaded palette, which is launched recently, and I am so excited about this. I've used it a couple of times already, and it's just gorgeous. It's just everything that you need in a palette. It is my favourite naked palette so far, and that is saying something. I remember when I used to spend my student loan on naked palettes. The Naked 2 palette and the Naked 3 palette were well loved in my collection, but I honestly think this beats them. It's got all those gorgeous warm tones which will create such a nice evening look, but I love this little peachy pinky section over here. This is going to be so well loved by me in spring and summer this year, and you'll see what I mean. There's been a look that I've been wearing since I got this, just for like every day, which I love, and it is literally the most simple look ever. So I go in with this gorgeous peachy matte shade called Retro. By the way, this is very pigmented. You literally need to tap your brush in there once, and it is just such a beautiful either crease or transition shade. And then I'm just putting a little bit more. I tapped my brush in there twice and I'm getting this much pigment. But the thing about these is they blend out so easily. So even if you pop a little bit too much on, it's not a problem because it's really easy to blend out. How springtime, summertime appropriate is that shade? I just love it. On my lid, I'm going to use the shade Angel Fire, which is a really pretty shimmery shade. Again, it's so pigmented, but it also really just opens the eyes up. I love it as a lid shade. It would work as a highlight shade as well if you were going for like a super glam look. How much does that open my eye up? Honestly, this palette is the one. Another really exciting product which is recently launched at Debenhams is the Kat Von D Cake eyeliner pencils. So you guys know that the Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper is my favourite ever eyeliner for a wing. So I've been very excited to try these. So they come in black, white and brown. I've been using the white and the brown quite a bit since I got them. So I use the white just in the waterline, just to brighten up my eyes. And then I've been using the brown shade just along the lash line. I create like a tiny, not a wing, but I just extend the line slightly further out than my natural lash line just to elongate the eye slightly. And I kind of draw a really subtle line, which you're not going to really be able to see, but I draw a little line along my lash line. And it just makes my lashes appear a bit more full. This is something that I always do, and I just dot the tiniest amount onto my lower lash line as well. Do you know what these pencils are perfect for though? I did a smoky eye the other day, and if you're like me and to intensify the colour you like to kind of draw an eyeliner along your lid and then blend it out with shadow, these are perfect for that. They're so creamy, they blend out amazingly, the pigment is amazing. I would highly recommend these. For mascara, we're using the Nars Climax mascara, of course we are. This is my holy grail mascara since I bought it. I absolutely love this. It really thickens out your lashes, it lengthens them. You only need one coat of this, so it is brilliant if you just need to be out of the door quickly, but also you can build this up. It's just, oh, I love this so much. So on my lips, I'm going to be using the YSL Volupte in Colour in the shade Mad Nude. So do you remember a couple of years ago when I was absolutely obsessed with the YSL tint in balms? This is kind of a similar concept. So the black heart in the middle here is a balm, but then unlike the lip balms, which were just obviously a tinted balm, these have actual lipstick around the outside. So you get such a moisturising but surprisingly long-lasting lipstick. And do you know what absolutely tops this formula off for me? It's plumping. Yes, you heard me right. It is a plumping lipstick which is highly moisturising. This is just the perfect everyday / night. You could pair this with most looks lip shade for me. So to line my lips, I'm going to use my trusty MAC Soar lip liner. And you guys know me, I am not ready for the day unless I'm wearing my fragrance. So Debenhams Beauty really kindly sent over the Mon Galan Bloom of Rose fragrance, which I am so fussy about my perfumes. You guys know this about me, but this is like the perfect springtime scent. I absolutely love it. It's got kind of the sweetness of a fragrance that I like in wintertime, but it doesn't have that heaviness, and I just really like it. It's one that you could wear like day or night, any time of year. Actually, I do think it is more spring summery. You could wear it in wintertime if you like a lighter kind of sweet floral scent, but I just absolutely love this. It smells so good. You need to go and give this a sniff. Do leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about this look, and will you be trying any of these products out for yourself? Also, thank you so much to Debenhams Beauty for working with me on this video. I have thoroughly enjoyed myself. Be sure to give the video a cheeky little thumbs up if you enjoyed it as well, guys, as usual, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!